Thespians, we're back with part 2 of Tim and Michelle's wonderful story. Before we get started, we want to give you a quick little recap. Ready? Scene.
Tim and Michelle go dancing.
Tim and Michelle get married.
Tim and Michelle have kids.
Woo! Tim and Michelle run out of money.
Pedal to the bank, pedal to the bank, pedal to the bank. Tim and Michelle don't know what to do.
Oh no! Tim and Michelle move to a ranch.
Tim and Michelle have a terrible first night at the ranch. Let's see what happens now.
So day one was a new day. It was a day we had to realize that this was going to be an adventure we're going to have to live together. I definitely struggled with this new adventure, this new life we're going to have to live. So I actually spent some time trying to find a new job on day one while Michelle was outside.
Yes, working horses, lots and lots of horses.
It's really hard for me to admit, but I did spend about 3 weeks not wanting to admit the fact that this was going to be the new normal. I was trying to really fight hard for the things that I wanted to do, and all the while Michelle was out with the kids, out with the horses, fighting for the things that she wanted to do. So it was a really interesting 3 weeks, but thankfully at the end of the 3 weeks-ish, I had a come to Jesus meeting, and really my heart was softened, my eyes were open to what was really going on, and I decided I wanted to be with my family. I want to be doing whatever we're doing, we need to be doing together. So we regrouped after a couple weeks. We decided this is it. We're going to do this thing together. We got about 5 months to figure this out, and so let's go after it. So with the kids, with Michelle, we were out working horses all day, every day.
All day, every day.
And I knew nothing. So guess how I learned how to train horses.
We listened to a lot of Delilah.
I had to take direction from Michelle, and that was really tough. She had to teach me how to train horses
yes.
because I didn't know what I was doing. I had never been around horses. So that was an interesting journey where we started learning how to work together. We had an amazing first 5 months. We were wildly successful. We were able to sell off a bunch of horses that was part of the project. And then from that point, there was an opportunity to stay longer. And I still was not quite completely bought in. I still thought, you know what, now that that part's done, maybe we can go back to town. But when you watch your kids, when you watch your wife go from just surviving to thriving, when you watch them just loving everything that they love about this lifestyle, getting out, being with the animals, working around the ranch, it really hit me hard, and it helped me realize that I needed to shift from focusing on the things that I want to do and the life that I think I want to live outside of the ranch to really doing life with my family on the ranch. So it was a new journey to do life together. Farming tractors, farming hay, driving tractors, equipment's breaking, adventure after adventure after thrill after adventure, mostly adventures. But we prevailed. We went 5 years of highs and lows, a lot of lows, figuring out how to do family together, having to work the ranch together, learning. I mean, everything was...
Fixed a lot of tractors.
Everything was new.
Pipe.
Never cut and glue PVC pipe, didn't do electrical, didn't do plumbing. I mean, none of the stuff that you do have to do out here on a ranch. It was all new stuff for me. It was all new stuff for us. So it was quite a long deal. But our faith in God and our hope in each other and wanting to be family together is really what held us together. And so we got to a point to where we really had an opportunity to decide if this isn't just what we want to do. Sort of as a family, but if this is what we want to do as a business, as a lifestyle business, and that was about 5 years ago, we had to make that decision with our family.
The first day at the ranch.
You want to come outside?
No.
You want to come outside now?
No.
You want to ride a horse?
No! I don't know anything about horses.
You want to learn?
No. Hey, Michelle. How do you drive a tractor?
Nah.
How do you drive a baler?
Nah.
Hey, Michelle.
So for the first 5 years we were here, we were actually working for the company that owned the property. And then this would now take us up to 5 years ago. We gained an opportunity where we could stay here, and the circumstances surrounding that required that we start our own business, and it would take place on the property. And some of the other circumstances were that we would take over all of the liabilities of the property. So Tim had this fantastic idea that if we were going to stay here, I wanted to stay here. I love it here. I love the ranch. I love the lifestyle, living with my kids. But oh my goodness, we were going to take over that much of a financial responsibility without a proven business was insane. And I have to admit, I didn't have a whole lot of hope that it would work. But we had a ton of support from our friends, families, neighbors. We decided that Tim was like, hey, Michelle, it'd be great. Remember that thing that we wrote down that wasn't 17 years ago at the time. I can't do my math.
Well, like 12 years ago.
12 years ago at the time.
Yep.
We should have a hospitality ranch, and we should have camps, and we should have kids out, and we should have families out, and we should have this, really great experience. And I said, but we don't have money to start the business. And Tim said, no problem, gonna start calling people. And we did trades for getting all the houses that were on this ranch cleaned up, fixed up, and ready for people to come in. We got people who wanted to donate horses for us to use for riding, and we had lots of other people want to help with camps and things like that. So it was amazing to see how the business started with just a lot of people wanting to be a part of building something pretty big and great.
Yeah, you definitely know you're onto something when people come around you in force, and when you cast a vision and then people show up and they want to help see that vision succeed and come to pass. And it was crazy to see that 12 years after we wrote out on paper one day we'd be on a ranch with horses doing hospitality and ministry work. Here we are on a ranch with a chance to actually do that, to see it come to pass and come to fruition, but not without a very long road travel with a lot of battles to fight, and still
stressful.
And with a lot of uncertainty ahead, right? We still didn't know if this model would actually prove and if it would work out. But when your family comes around the dinner table together, our kids were 6, 8, and 10 at the time. When you come around the dinner table and as a family you come together and you dream together and you pray together and then you go in faith together, I mean, that's when amazing things happen. And that's what we got to do over 5 years ago. And you'll get to hear some more from our kids, so check out the next episode. But it was just really cool deal to be able to do that with our family and to set the course. And that's when you're onto it. And so we took it day by day, week by week, and that's been 5 years now. The business has just been incredible. It's been thriving. Things that have happened beyond our wildest imagination. We have an amazing team around us, the Bar SC Dream Team. We have an amazing support group. Yeah. So we're just so thankful. It's so surreal, but here we are, and we're ready for the next 10 years.
I love my life. And I love the country.
And I'm working on it.
And I love horses.
I'm getting there.
And I love all the family time we have together.
And I love you. Hey, want to start a business?
But we have no money.
But we have friends and a vision.
Let's do it.
Woo!
Woo!
Well, the first 10 years of this journey has been incredible. Like we said, from the highs and the lows, the unexpecteds, all throughout. That as we look forward to the next 10 years, we're really hopeful about how things are going to turn out. It's pretty interesting that 10 years ago, this all started in a really, really rough time economically and just all around with businesses and the way things were going and not going well. And it feels like we're in another season like that, and we're looking 10 years ahead and wondering what things are going to look like for us. But looking back, we got no reason to think that if we can just continue to provide and work in the same ways that we have, showing up every day, the values that we stand by, just the belief system that we have in God, and knowing that all things are possible. It's actually why we named the Bar SC. So the SC comes from Matthew 19:26. The verse says that with man this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. So that's really one of our foundational core beliefs, is that all things are possible. Really believe that and move into that. We also like to say that we're passionate about the things that we do, that we're purposeful in all that we do, and that we're prayerful for all that is happening and all that is yet to come. So those are some values that that we're really starting to exercise and practice moving forward. And we have a lot of big ideas for what we want to see happen in the future. We have an amazing team around us to help implement that. But you just need to check in. We have to check in with ourselves and with our team. We have to make sure that the things that we're really fighting for, the things that we're really working for, that we really believe that even in rough times, right, even when it seems like things are falling apart all around us, like has happened so many other times, we never imagined that we'd be where we are here today, sitting and chatting with you, telling our story, having a story to tell, the story that we have to tell. And so looking forward into 10 years, we have to believe that things are just going to continue to progress in a great way, that if we dream it, if we believe it, if we go after it, we're just willing to look for the positive in everything that we do. We're prayerful about the things that we want to see happen. It will happen. It will happen. And it's just, when things are tough, just being positive with each other, having our kids, having our family wrapping around us, having a really solid team that wraps around us as well, and that we all believe these things, that we work these things together, and we stick together through the thick and the thin. And I think just making sure that you always stay anchored and rooted in some of those things that you believe, and being with your family, those are going to be the things that get you through the tough times. So really, I just want to encourage you all to stick with it, to dream big, to be hopeful for the future, and know that you'll get through it. There's a lot to be said for just forging ahead and pressing on and pressing through the tough times. And so we're looking to see. We don't quite know. Our lease here is coming up to an end, and we're not quite sure. It's a short-term lease. It's not forever, and we're not quite sure what our future even holds. And so we're still thinking about those sorts of things as well, but we believe it's going to be great. We know it will be. So continue to hang out with us. Love to continue to share with you our journey, show you from the inside out, from our home to out and around the barns, what's going on here. We appreciate you. We appreciate you being with us, and we look forward to hanging out with you more in the future.
Hey, good job, buddy!
Go team!
Woo! I'm Gus.
And I'm Theo.
Thanks so much for watching our video. Please like and subscribe and watch all of our other cool videos with awesome content. Thanks so much for sticking around. We'll see you later.
Bye!